morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Craig. I hope you are enjoying this fine Friday morning. Now, a lot of you guys are on our email list. Now, if you are not on our email list, get on our email list. Trust me, you want to do that. In any case, yesterday I sent out an email, and it was basically a call to everybody out there to be a part of the fight with FPC as we fight in the California legislature and as we expand into other legislatures. And I got a few emails back because apparently, all the groups, all of the pro Second Amendment groups are reaching out to folks and trying to encourage people to donate, contribute, join their particular groups. And I had folks asking us, well, what makes FPC different? And you know what? I thought that'd be a good topic for us to discuss today. I'd like to say probably for me, the first thing that attracted me to be even working with FPC was that it's a different group. In other words, we're not a conservative group. We're not a public safety group. We're not a hunting group. We are a civil rights group. We are a pro Second Amendment civil rights group. If it does not deal with our right to keep and bear arms, advancing that right or protecting that right, then we don't support it. If it comes out and it prohibits or restricts our right or restricts our ability to advocate for that right, then we will oppose it. That's our standard. That's our standard. That's how we judge every single member in terms of how they vote. If you look at our report card, we judge them on every single Second Amendment bill. We don't cherry pick bills. We judge them on every single bill. And not to say that we judge them, we grade them. So the records you see in the report cards hey, that's how they voted. We don't play favorites with members, right or left. We'll work with members who are willing to work with us on our issue. Now, that's not to say that there aren't other important issues, but here's the thing. If you're going to be a civil rights Second Amendment group, then you need to focus on that particular issue. What else makes us different? In this day and age, I have to say that, and I've been doing, digital communication stuff and working with online stuff for a little while now, and I've come to realize that there is no group that is as innovative when it comes to not just working in the legislature and doing traditional lobbying, but specifically when it comes to working with grassroots folks, utilizing the internet, utilizing Twitter, Facebook, email, YouTube, creating content that helps inform you, that helps engage you, and helps give you easy, quick things that you can do in order to be active. I got to tell you, there's something that's really special when I walk into, as a lobbyist, when I walk into an office and their phones are ringing, and I know that you're the ones that are on the phone. Now, I just challenge you, and I know that you guys are probably parts of a bunch of other groups. I just want to ask this. How many of those other groups are doing that? I also put it this way. Go and read, if you ever get a chance, go and read some of the analyses. Now, and I'll tell you, when it comes to the activism of this group, this is a group that is so committed to the ideas and the principles behind the Second Amendment and the Bill of Rights in general. There are a handful of people who really know and understand gun rights in California. And to a certain degree, they work with all of the organizations. I have to say, the folks that I get to work with here, the people who analyze the legislation, really know and understand what they're doing. And what's really neat about it is when we go and we send our letters in on various different bills, I encourage you, go, if you ever get a chance, you can go to Ledge Info, pull up some of the analyses on some of these gun bills and see which groups you see quoted the most. I guarantee you will see Firearms Policy Coalition. We're edgy. We're not everybody's best friend, and that's okay, because we don't go work in the legislature to make friends. We go to the legislature to advocate, and to advocate aggressively. We're a little edgy. Other groups may be more like Martin. We're a little more like Malcolm. But we find that to be effective, and that's kind of where, that's kind of when we talk about each group. And by the way, let me just say this. All of the groups have their value. All of the groups have their niche. Look, number one, if you're not a member of the NRA, you need to be a member of the NRA. The NRA is working for us on a national level. They're working for us in Washington, D.C. That's the baseline. That's making sure that our constitutional rights are protected. We'll give that shout out to the NRA. If you're not a member of the NRA, we need to be a member of the NRA. But then the other groups, the Gun Owners of California, Sam Paradas is, he's got a background and a history and knowledge and understanding of what's been going on with gun rights in California dating back decades. And that's Sam, I'm not calling you old Sam, but you're experienced. But and he's really good at working and helping us connect with legislators and staff. The NRA's new lobbyist, Dan Reed, he comes bringing experience from other states and once again, bringing the resources of a national organization. And then you've got Roy, who's with CRPA, who, brings the experience of a experienced game warden, who is able to bring that kind of aspect to it. So, I mean, you've got a wide range of folks who are able to work together, and each group, once again, has its niche and has its core. So, like I said before, if you want to know what makes us different, the fact that you're watching, the fact that you're engaged, the fact that you're paying attention to all this, that is what makes a difference for FPC. So let me go ahead, I'm going to check out, I'm going to see if you guys have any questions for me about the work we do. We don't just do legislative work, we also litigate, we take folks to court. In fact, we're the ones who sued the legislature and won when they tried to keep hiding their content, their video content. We're the ones who took them to court. We're the ones who won. We're the ones who a lot of times will fight the fight that no one else will fight. Some might say that makes us a little, gung-ho, a little out there, but hey, someone's got to be. See if we have any questions here. I appreciate, this is from Matthew, I appreciate that FPC does not fearmonger in the way, well, no, I'm not even going to get into that. Okay, Craig, thanks for all that you do in the 2A community. Civil disobedience. I will not be one to advocate for civil disobedience, although I will not say that I would say, hey, let's put it this way. There's a time for all things. And I'll just put it to you that way. There are a time for all things. At a certain point, when you read the Declaration of Independence, it doesn't just talk about a right to stand up to a tyrannical government. It talks about a responsibility to stand up to a tyrannical government. Right now, we have the ability to do that through the democratic electoral process. As long as that is the direction that we can go, as long as that is a recourse, that is the direction that we should be working to go. But in every nation, there may come a time when that's not enough. So I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it at that. Looking for questions. Okay, don't see a whole lot of questions except, okay, so let's talk real quick about, questions relating to ARs. I'm just going to be frank with you. Right now, if you own an AR, you're supposed to register it as of the first of the year, but no one knows, or AR with a bullet button, you're supposed to register it, but no one knows how or why because they haven't put out the regs. No one really knows until they put out the regs exactly what's going to happen with that. So I'll just go ahead and answer that question and get it out of the way. Eventually, though, by the end of the year, we're supposed to have to register them. Well, I don't see many questions about membership, so I'll assume that you all got the message and that everybody's going to be going to the join page. If you have any questions, feel free. Go right here in the thread. Feel free to ask us any questions about the work that we're doing, where we're at, and all of those things. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll look forward to talking to you on Monday. You guys have a good weekend. If you like these updates, please share them with your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel.